Hey, Shalom Malkins Rakam Akapash from Jewish land, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of JMS, and Shalom out there to the whole product, preaching his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video, and I'm going to entitle this one Case of the X, and the gift of sight, or basically this truth, this faith that was given to us, right? The fact that we can see, right? We can see the things that others can't see, right? And we can see that we're in the time of the end, and bros, we've been going into what are they calling it, man? This X pandemic thing that they were talking about. I can't, words are missing right now, but the next disease to hit, right? They're all talking about it, or the next one, and they keep calling it X this and X that. There's been a lot of X's. I mentioned it in the previous video from before, like all these X's, and and the X in the Hebrew, or the symbol, the sign, how it looks in the Hebrew alphabet, is the last character of the Hebrew, man, Fa. And so we're seeing signs, man, that we're living in the end. And people might call us crazy, but hey, these are signs, man. They're all signs. Okay, brothers catch signs all the times, man. Different numbers and things like this, 144 and triple A's, triple fours and triple sevens and all these types of things, right? We see those things, and they're for us to see. It's not for anybody else to see, right? It's begin for us to see, man, to bolster our faith, right? And so we'll be giving an insight to be, telling us, how close we are, man. Okay, we're at the end. Even Esau's run out of letters, right? in his English alphabet, man. He's at Gen Z now. This is the last generation. He's running out of characters for his alphabet, man. But the Fa is the end. The A and the Fa. The A is the beginning. It's the same as Alpha and Omega, right? Alpha is the beginning of the Greek alphabet, and Omega is the end of it, right? And like I said, you got all these WEF. No, not WF. Wrong organization. Well, even they speaking about it. But the WHO, the World Health Organization, right? Keep talking about the next, plague and pestilence. The virus, right? The next virus or whatever, right? So, and they keep, like I said, calling it X, right? Because it's, in maths, right? X is like an unknown, what's that now? Entity, right? And so they leave you open, right? Because there's gonna be more of them, no doubt, right? And they're obviously planning for it. They're putting into the minds of the people that there's gonna be something that's gonna come, and we don't know what it is yet. Yeah, you do. Stop lying, man. You be working on that shit. Right? We know, right? But obviously it's supposed to seem like just a free accident, just something that happened, but all these signs, man, is just tells us everything that we need to know, right? And it's something that nobody else is going to see, right? So that's kind of what I wanted to get into today. So let's just jump into it, right? So 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 5 says, like for like, as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end. Okay, and the Fa, right? And the end is manifest. Okay, all these signs are manifesting before us, right? The wars and rumors of wars, the breaking down of society, the hatred toward one another, right? Okay, the earthquakes in diverse places, the plagues and pestilences, right? That's all going on right now, all over the earth, right? Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs, right? And so we're here to watch for the signs, okay, in all their forms. All right. And like I said, this seeming coincidence of all these X's being used, right? Because obviously the people would look at it as like Twitter is now X, and there's been movies with X, and there's been tons of shit that have used that X in it of late. And like I said, it's been used everywhere. So, these things are things for us to acknowledge. Right? They're not insignificant. All right. It's in Matthew chapter 16, verse 3. It says, in the morning, let me read up. Let's go from verse 1, right? The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting, desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven, right? He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but ye cannot discern the signs of the times. Why can't they? Because the Lord is blinded them, right? They can't see all the things that that are in front of them to tell them, to show them that this is the time we're in now. They can't see it because the Lord is blinding them. The Lord hasn't given the gift of faith to believe in what they're seeing, or and so it goes over their heads. All right. So the Lord is putting that signs that it only, it's like a dog whistle, right? Only the dog can hear it, You blow that whistle, ain't nobody else hearing that. Right? They got them dog ears, right, for that dog whistle, right? Well, we've got spiritual ears and eyes to see and hear the things that are spiritual. And no one else can see or hear it. We are very special and very lucky, to be given this truth. All right. And just to double on the previous scripture, right? Luke 12 and 56, ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that you do not discern this time? They can't discern this time that they're in. Right? It's true back then and it's true today. Right? People cannot discern the time that they're in. Okay, it is an evil time. All right? And just like the scripture say about a fish before it's caught in the net, discerning if not that, they're about to get snared, that they're snared in the evil time. They don't understand. Right? And when they get caught up in that snare, it's going to be too late, when we're flapping about. Okay, panicking. You panicked. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14 says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Right? So like I said, we might seem crazy when we point out these things, and you might think it's nothing. It's just a number, or it's just a symbol, it's just a letter, or it's just, coincidence, or it's just a conspiracy for it. All these things, it's just that we need to discard it straight away because it doesn't mean anything to you. Because it doesn't mean nothing to you, right? Because the Lord is not making it mean anything to you, right? It's not for your ears and your eyes, right? When you write on them letters, what's it for your eyes only, for your FYO, right? For your eyes only. It ain't meant for nobody else. So when the Most High sends out these signs, man, it ain't for everybody else's eyes. It's for the elect's eyes. Right? Only they're going to understand what it is that's being said. It's a special gift that the Most High has given us. All right? It says, for they are foolish unto him, neither can he know them. You can't know them because they are spiritually discerned, right? You need to have a spiritual mind to understand these things. And if you haven't got a spiritual mind, okay, you operate on a carnal mind, you can't receive this, man. Says, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. For who have known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him, but we have the mind of Yahushua. All right, so we've been given that ability to discern those things, right? Where others are left in the dark. This is Titus chapter 1 and verse 15. It says, unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving, okay, lacking in faith, is nothing pure. Right? So again, faith is a gift. So when we see these things, we take it with faith. But like I said, to someone that who just disregard it, and it's just coincidence or whatever, then they don't have faith. So they're not going to see the message or the sign that's there in front of them. They're not going to see it. And it's like Apostle Bar was saying recently in his video. It's not nothing to do with because we're smart or intelligent or anything like that, right? It's just the Lord has chosen us to receive these things, right? The Lord loves his elect, right? And bestowed upon us gifts, okay, in order to see these things and understand these things, okay? So again, unto the pure all things are pure. That's us. We see it for what it is, right? And from a spiritual aspect, right? But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and their conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. All right. Is Matthew chapter 13, verse 17 says, for verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them. Pardon me, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Right? Why? Because the Most High chooses who hears and who don't hear, who sees and who don't see. Right? This is not down to the ability of the man or of the individual. It's not down to them. They might be incredibly intelligent. They might be be able to work out certain things because off their own back. But ultimately, this truth is really can only be understood by the elect, and the Most High, he picks and chooses who receives that, right? And it don't have to come from nobody that has a prestigious background or all this type of stuff. The Lord picks the basis of men or the lowest, to confound those that are the weak, to confound the things that are mighty. The scriptures say that, right? The Lord picks the weak. Okay, those of no reputation, those of no name, no renown, those that are not deemed important in this world. Right, so we seem like the unlikely receivers of this gift. Okay, but it's just true. We are the ones that receive this gift. Okay, which trumps all the wisdom of this world. And that's why we speak boldly with out against the scholars and the people of supposedly high intellect in this world and all that kind of stuff. These people don't really know shit. They just think they do, because their own arrogancy and their own pride have blinded them. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 4. Let me read up a little bit. Yeah, verse 3, right? It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Right? This thing is being kept away from those it's not meant for. Right? And so if they can't see it, can't receive it, it means they're lost. They've been left out there. Right? Verse 4, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Again, who's done this? It's not down to the individual, man. I'll tell you that, right? And the Lord doesn't, like I said, he doesn't love everybody, man. So, and this is proof. If the Lord would loved everybody and he wanted to save everybody, why would he just open their minds? Why would he blind them so that they can't see and deafen them so they can't hear? Why would he do that? He doesn't want them. They're not meant to be delivered, right? The heathen are not going to get delivered. So no heathen is going to hear or understand. It's not one, right? It's not for the heathen, right? But out of Israel, not all of Israel is going to hear this, man. And that's just the truth. That's just a fact, right? The Lord does not want all his people right now. The Lord is here for his elect. Okay? The elect are the only ones that are going to be delivered out of his judgment, or from his judgment. All right? So again, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Right? So the Lord is withholding them from the gospel, from this truth. All right? He hasn't given them what he's given his elect to be able to understand these things. This is from 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 8. Verse 7 says, Now I say unto thee, that thou lay up in thy heart the signs that I have showed you, right? In your mind, lay them to thy heart. Say, think upon them, right? And the dreams that thou hast seen, and the interpretations which thou hast heard, right? This is what the Lord spoke to Ezra when he was, giving all this deep information, right? But it's the same right now. We've been given all this information. We're here to think about all these things, all the prophecies, right? Keep them in our minds. Okay, be thinking upon them, especially now, because we're in those times, right? Ephesians 2 verse 8, for by grace ye are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift of God. Right? Again, expressing that this whole thing that we have is a gift. Right? The ability to understand is a gift, right? And to believe in it is a gift. Okay, not something you can acquire on your own. Okay, it's something you can't you can't earn it, can't buy it, right? Can't work for it, can't study for it. Okay, it doesn't bring you faith. The Most High has to give it to you, right? And for the Most High to give it to you, you've got to be been chosen from the beginning of the world, man. From the very beginning, you have to be a chosen spirit from the very beginning, man. And that's not everybody, man. Right? This is from Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, right? And this is speaking about wisdom, right? But this is what is, again, wisdom is part of that gift, right? To understand, right? To use knowledge, right? I'm just starting from verse 8 here, right? It says, if a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, right? Speaking about wisdom, right? And conjectureth aright what is to come. She knoweth the subtilities of speech and can expound dark sentences, right? We're given the understanding of dark sentences in these scriptures, right? The breakdowns, the prophecies, and so on and so forth, right? The Lord is able to give you those understandings. This knowledge isn't earthly, man. It's spiritual. It's heavenly, right? And so you have to be given understanding to get it, right? But wisdom can teach you that. The Lord can send the wisdom to you, okay, as part of His gift to give that to you, right? Things that don't even exist on the earth, like knowledge that doesn't even exist on the earth, can be given to you and give you understanding. And I'll give you an example of it in a minute, all right? But that's the type of abilities that the men of the Lord have, to see and understand certain things that people just can't get. These people are totally left in the dark, all right? So, and can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs. Foresee signs. You can see things afar off. The same thing that we can do, right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? She foreseeth signs and wonders and the events of seasons and times. Okay? And I want to get this example here from book of Daniel. Okay, with Daniel himself being given the interpretation of the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, right? And Nebuchadnezzar never told nobody, never told Daniel what was in that dream, right? He wanted to be declared what his dream was, to know that he was truly, that the Most High was really working, or God was really working with him, right? To expound the dream, all right? And people were going to die over this, right? And, people were getting, a bit anxious, you know. But Daniel prayed to the Heavenly Father and received understanding, right? Come out of nowhere, right? So let me read this account. Daniel chapter 2, I'm going to start from verse 18 here. All right, you can read read the rest of it in your own time, right? But verse 18 says, let me start from 17, right? Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of the God of heaven concerning this secret, right? Because they was going to get put to death, right? Then that Daniel and his fellows should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon, right? Because the wise men of Babylon, the Chaldeans, wasn't able to tell Nebuchadnezzar his dream, all right? So obviously, he was thinking, oh, they're a bunch of fucking frauds, man. Done away with them, right? Verse 19, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision, right? So Daniel hasn't got a clue what Nebuchadnezzar dreamt about. Not the slightest idea, right? But somehow he was supposed to know what the king dreamt, what he dreamt, and tell him what it meant, right? And like that's it's hardly unreasonable, isn't it? Let's be honest, right? You're gonna tell someone you don't even know what it is, right? But the Most High gave him knowledge of what it was, what dream he had sent the king, right? Because the Most High has all the knowledge. Right? He's the one that caused him to have the dream in the first place, right? And so he told it to Daniel, right? So knowledge came out of nowhere to be given to Daniel. Okay. So then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever, Yahweh, right? For wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. He revealeth the deep and secret things. He knoweth what is in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him. Right? The Most High reveals secrets. Okay? So like I said, these things that we see, that we observe, right? They're secrets to everybody else. They don't, like I said, they don't get it, they don't understand it. Right? So I thank thee and praise thee, O thou power of my fathers, who has given me wisdom and might, and has made known unto me now what we desired of thee. For thou hast now made known unto us the king's matter. Therefore Daniel went into Arioch, whom the king had ordained to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus unto him, destroy not the wise men of Babylon, bring me in before the king, and I will shew unto the king the interpretation. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus unto him, I have found a man of the captives of Judah that will make known unto the king the interpretation. The king answered and said to Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, art thou able to make known unto me the dream which I have seen, and the interpretation thereof? Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king hath demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, and the soothsayers shew unto the king. But there is a God in heaven, okay, who is Yahweh, right, that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. All right, and so Daniel proceeds to break down what he saw, what was in his dream. All right, but the Most High gave him that. Like I said, he gave him a gift, gave him wisdom, gave him knowledge. Okay, and these are the things that we've been given in this time where it's absent from everybody else. So what seem like just small things or simple things are not simple or small things. They have meaning, they have weight, right? They are signs for the elect to see and to be comforted and emboldened, and so we use these things, man, to push this truth harder. For us, we see their handwriting on the wall. These people don't see it. We're at the end of this thing. Okay? And it's just a matter of time until we see its end. All right, so you know what? I'm going to end it there. Lord, when this has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.